Hey mommies, how are you? I hope that you're having an amazing week, and it's spring break right now, so a lot of you might be getting ready to go away for the weekend or have like festivities with your church or whatever. So it's an amazing time of the year, and a time of the year where you connect with family and stuff like that. So I just wanted to say this little video and just to kind of motivate you and give you some peace of mind, because something that I've found with breastfeeding is that sometimes, you know, after you've been doing it a while, it's like people take it for granted. So it's kind of like, you know, you're successful at breastfeeding, you're doing an amazing job with your baby, and then it's kind of like people don't give you credit for it. And I'm not saying that I want people to give me a medal for it, or that I want people to praise me or anything like that, but what I want is like a little bit of like, hey, you know what, you're doing a great job, like good on you. You know, breastfeeding is really hard, and it takes a lot of sacrifice. And sometimes, for example, in my case, sometimes I feel a little bit guilty, and I'll give you an example. Because, for example, last night I was putting both my boys to bed, and it was an unusual night because usually I put Isaac to bed first because he falls asleep at the breast, and then I put Samuel in bed so that I'm able to spend a little bit of time with both of them. But so every now and again what happens is that they're both awake, so I have to put both of them to bed together. And Samuel was like, well, mommy, why don't you come with me in my bed? Why do you have to be with Isaac? You know, and he kept like moving Isaac away, and he's like, I want you, mommy. And he kept hugging me, and I felt kind of guilt. And it was one of those things where like, oh my God, sometimes people don't realize that you know, with breastfeeding, sometimes you sacrifice certain things. Like I sacrifice a little bit of my relationship with my other son when I have to be with Isaac, and that can be kind of hard. And it's annoying sometimes when people kind of don't give you the credit. They're like, oh, you have it so easy, you know, your baby just cries and you put him on the boob. Or they're like, oh, you know, it's great that you're breastfeeding, you know, you don't have to buy formula, so it's free. It's like, hello, it's not free. I have to sacrifice so much things. It's an amazing thing, don't get me wrong, and I'm so grateful, and I thank God every day that I'm able to breastfeed my babies. But it comes with that too, and sometimes it'd be nice if you get kind of that recognition that, you know, you're trying to do your best, you're trying to juggle things sometimes, because the other part of it too is, you know, sometimes you have to clean the house, or you have to work, or you have to do other stuff, and you have your baby with you and you're breastfeeding, and you have to take that time with your baby. So sometimes it comes with its challenges, like those type of challenges that people don't kind of look at. They think of more like the challenges at the beginning of breastfeeding. So I just want to let you know, mommy, if you're kind of like me, that sometimes you feel a little bit frustrated, or you're like, oh my God, you know, this is hard sometimes, I want to let you know that you're doing an amazing job. You are an amazing mom, because first of all, you're providing the best nutrition you can for your baby. You're establishing an amazing connection with your baby, and you're investing this amazing time that you could be doing other stuff, and you're investing that time with your baby in order to create this breastfeeding bond and this breastfeeding relationship that is not just about nutrition, but is also a hell of a lot more, because it's a lot to do with nurturing your baby, providing comfort for your baby. And you'll see that sometimes also it's a little bit annoying too when you get people saying, oh, you know, you're still breastfeeding your baby, you know, your baby's going to be so dependent on you, you know, they're not going to be able to kind of like have their own emotions, or like, because you're constantly comforting them. Well, actually, it's been studied that toddlers, that once they, you know, they go through breastfeeding and they're a little bit older, they're so much more confident and so much able to deal with their emotions, because their emotions were addressed when they were smaller, and they always had that comfort of mom, so they have security within themselves. They don't develop those insecurities that other kids may develop. So I just wanted to share that with you, mommies. Love you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, mommies.